the most horrendous crimes. And it's not going to stop because the lawyers know that they can now make these accusations, ruin people's lives, get money, lots of money, just for the accusations, and this is running wild. And if people don't understand how serious this is, when it goes to the President of the United States, again, I do not know what Donald Trump did or did not do, all right? But there are women who are going to say they were offered significant money, all right, in one case $200,000, to say that Trump did.
Okay, first of all, I don't know whether you're using like a 1960s phone. I feel like I'm calling the past in Ted Kennedy because it's, or Jack Kennedy because it's fading in and out on me.
Yeah, I'm in Nevada, and extraterrestrials have surrounded me.
Yeah, I have a feeling that's true. Is there a landline? Can you go to an old-fashioned landline anywhere there, Bill?
Yeah, on the break.
Okay, on the break, redial up. Okay, so let me first give you credit. You said, I think 2 weeks ago, that the sex thing would be the angle for 2018 on, or 2018 on the president, and you're exactly right. That is exactly what they're doing. However, the problem with the president is, you know, he is doing what Roy Moore did. He's changing his story. Okay, I said that on the bus, and it was horrible, and it was locker room talk. Now it's, I didn't say that. That's fake news. Come on.
Well, wait a minute, though. He didn't come out and say that. That was a report. That was a report. See, the guy, you know, it wasn't like Trump held a press conference and said that. He didn't. It was reported.
So you don't believe
anonymous source.
You don't believe that either.
Look, I don't believe any anonymous source. I want to make that quite clear. Once the word anonymous source, where sources say, or we can't tell you who they are, I don't believe it. Because it is proven time and time and time again that these papers primarily use this crap.
So wait. So then we shouldn't have, the Post should not have run Watergate with Deep Throat?
Well, wait a minute now. It's a whole different ball game because what's his name, Bradley, wouldn't allow the stories to go on just Deep Throat. They had to be corroborated by somebody else. Now, sometimes those people were named and sometimes they weren't. But in this climate now, all right, where anonymous sources are being used to destroy all the time, and we've already seen how many stories, Beck, in the last 2 weeks there have been 10 major stories from CNN and all of these others that have been true bogus. All of them were on anonymous sources. All of them.
Right. Now, do you
how many do we need?
So do you give, is there a difference to you between shoddy journalism that comes back and says correction and fake news?
Sometimes there's a difference because journalists can make mistakes. But I'm telling you that whenever you see anonymous sources used, and no corroboration, you cannot believe that. It is look.
So if you had three sources that remain anonymous, but all three sources corroborated this, I mean that's really what happened in the Washington Post. They would not have their name used, but they did verify.
It depends. It depends who it is, who's doing it. Look, the Watergate story turned out to be correct, but not all of the reportage was correct.
Correct.
All right, and there was a crisis in the Washington Post. Some of the stories that Woodward and Bernstein put forth weren't true.
Yes.
But now you have an industry, and the industry is hate Trump, get Trump out of office. It's an industry.
Right.
All right? So it's a whole different climate now in this country. And I know, I mean, look, every time I see a story coming out of CNN or the New York Times, I know that the purpose of that story is to injure Trump or anybody who supports Trump. 91% of all of the nightly news stories on Trump for the last 6 months, 91% have been negative.
I know.